Hey, what's going on everybody? It is your boy AK-Stove here, coming to you guys with a class setup video for Black Ops 3. This is so far all of my gameplays that I have gotten inside of Black Ops 3 have been revolving around these specific class setups. Today's video I'll be focusing on the Razorback, which is by far the most overpowered gun ever to exist in a Call of Duty game. Probably more overpowered than the FAMAS from Black Ops 1. FAMAS. There's a reason why I said FAMAS, because this gun is the equivalent of FAMAS from Black Ops 1. It literally sounds like it. That's probably why it's so overpowered, because the FAMAS from Black Ops 1 was ridiculous. But regardless, like I said, today's class setup is the FAMAS. Now, for the class setup, you're going to want to use the Razorback. I said FAMAS earlier, didn't I? Well, you can use, now for optics, you can use the reflex sight. I strongly recommend the reflex sight. Don't use any of this stuff. It's weird. I don't even recommend it. But use the reflex sight. You can get away with the iron sight, but I'd recommend a red dot sight because I'm way more accurate with it, and you guys can watch my gameplays. The second attachment, you're going to want the extended mags. This thing's going to come in clutch. Now, you can't get away with using quick draw and grip and other stuff like that, but this gun is a laser beam, so I feel like a grip is unnecessary, and you already ADS very quickly enough without the quick draw, so extended mags is going to be something that you're going to want to go for in this type of gun setup. And as for your next attachment, you're going to want the stock or the quick draw. You can get away with long barrel, which helps out sometimes, but like I said, if you're an accurate player, I strongly recommend that you just stick with either quick draw or stock. And you could even use laser sight if you want. I usually don't hit fire that much, so it's not that useful for me, but stock really just helps boost up that strafing speed whenever you're trying to go for those clutch kills. Now for your secondary, don't use the secondary. You don't need optics attachments or anything like that. For your lethal, you're going to want the Semtex. Obviously, for obvious reason, anybody who's played COD knows what a Semtex does, and it's way easier to just... It's sort of a throw and forget type of thing. You don't have to worry about cooking a grenade. It's very helpful. As for your perks, you're going to want the wild card as perk 1 Greed. I believe you're going to need to be like level 28 for this class setup, by the way. But perk 1 Greed, you're going to want to have that on. Your first perk, you're going to want 6 Sense. 6 Sense is potentially one of the most OP perks I've ever seen in a Call of Duty. Basically what it does is, if there's an enemy nearby, it'll mark as like red, and it'll show the enemy position. Like it'll show up in the enemy direction. It'll show up as like a red type arrow on your radar, and it basically shows you where they are. It doesn't like have a red dot, kind of like the radar, the UAV, how it shows the dots, but it just shows like the enemy direction where they're coming from. And the thing that makes it OP is that sometimes it literally just shows up with sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second. But sometimes it shows the enemy when you're not even looking at it, when you're not even looking at them. And sometimes it just kind of like, you literally find the dude like right in front of you. So it comes out really clutch sometimes. 6 Sense is really OP. Flak Jacket, people are spamming nades like crazy. You're going to want to use these things. And basically, people are spamming nades like crazy, so... Basically, that extra just kind of soak grenades really helps out a lot. You can use blind eye, but like I said, people are not getting air support that much in the beta, so I don't feel a need to use it. Afterburner is not necessary as well. Overclock, I'm not a fan of specialist abilities anyway, so can't see myself using that. Once they increase the level cap, hopefully Ghost will become useful, so I may swap out 6 Sense for Ghost, and we'll see what that does. But perk 2, you're going to want the anti-up perk, or... you can use or you can use fast hands. I've been using anti-up a lot because I rush a lot and I tend to die one-off streaks. So starting up with that next little bonus does help out quite often. So you're going to want to use anti-up or fast hands. Fast hands is really good if you're a hardcore rusher as well. Either one of these perks will come in handy very well, so you can pick and choose between that. Your third perk, you're going to want awareness. Footsteps in this game are ridiculous. I'm not even kidding. You can hear people across the map. If you can get past all the crazy explosives going off on the map, you can literally hear people across the map with this awareness perk on. Blast Suppressor is useful as well, but people don't really look at radar that much, so I don't feel a need to suppress my blast because I don't even notice it on the radar that much when people jump, even though it actually does show. Gung Ho is another option, but I do not recommend it because I don't hip fire that much, and I'm sure a lot of people don't hip fire that much. And you can throw grenades while sprinting, which is nice, but not really necessity. Engineer is kind of useless. I will make an updated class setup video. If they increase the level cap, you're going to want to use TAC Max. Now, people are throwing stun grenades like crazy And tac mask, we don't exactly know what it does, but I'm assuming it does what it does from Black Ops 2. So whenever that comes out, I will take out awareness and go with tactical mask. Dead silence I probably won't use because people don't really sound whore that much anyway. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this class setup video. I do have a nice little camo that I designed myself. It's not really that extravagant. I got lazy and decided to make something. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this class setup video. Let me know if you guys want to see another class setup video for another gun. Oh, and also forgot to mention, my specialist perk is the, what's it called? What's that hand cannon one? The Annihilator, that's what it's called. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this class setup video. It is your boy AK, signing out.